Oops! It looks like the last video I uploaded to this channel was a pretty stupid idea. This video is going to be a response to the feedback that my previous video got. I'm sorry, but there won't be any pretty visuals for this video. It's just going to be text on a background. I want to spend as little time as possible making this video so I can get back to developing the game. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I recommend starting with any video other than this one. In my previous video, I proposed a new type of combat system for the game, and I got a lot of feedback about it. The reaction was the same on almost every website that I checked. I found myself agreeing with almost everything I read. First, I'm going to mention the small number of things I didn't agree with, and then all of the things that I did agree with. I don't agree that it's too unrealistic for a teenage girl to beat up multiple grown men, because Yandere girls are often characterized as being strong enough to overpower anyone they encounter, almost as though their psychotic obsession gives them extra strength. I don't agree that a beat-em-up combat system is too big to consider adding, or that it would take too long to add, since the system could intentionally be designed to be as simple as possible and small in scope. I don't agree that a stealth game isn't allowed to have any mechanics that aren't stealthy. All of the stealth games that I can think of, Metal Gear Solid, Assassin's Creed, Dishonored, Hitman, have combat mechanics. You can be sneaky, or you can run and gun. It's normal for a stealth game to allow the player to engage in all-out combat. But I will concede that the player is usually discouraged and sometimes even punished for using violence in each of these games, and that combat is usually the last resort. With that said, the rest of the feedback that I've been hearing has been very well thought out and has made a very strong case for not including any beat-em-up style combat in Yandere Simulator. The people who are interested in Yandere Simulator for its gameplay mechanics, and not for its novelty or Easter eggs, are attracted to the game because of the depth of its social stealth gameplay, and not because they want to punch and kick grown men. So a beat-em-up combat system would be a feature that isn't appealing to the target demographic of the game. The fun of a stealth game comes from feeling vulnerable and overcoming great odds by using your wits and your skills. Giving Yandere-chan the strength of a Yakuza protagonist would ruin that feeling. Even if it is an established fact that Yandere girls can defeat grown men, a beat-em-up combat system would still feel completely inconsistent with the tone of the rest of the game. If the befriend your rival elimination method is too bare bones, then the solution is to add more stealth gameplay or social sabotage gameplay instead of adding new game mechanics that don't feel like they thematically match the rest of the game's mechanics. The more features I propose for the game, the more people will doubt that the game will ever be completed. Even if I do feel 100% confident about my ability to implement a feature in a timely fashion, or my ability to make a feature feel like it fits in with the rest of the game, it's simply not worth pursuing if it causes people to lose faith in me. In the end, I think that I let myself get caught up in the exciting idea of putting a thrilling, cool-looking feature into the game, and I didn't spend enough time asking myself about all of the potential downsides or ways that the feature didn't fit into the game. There have been countless times throughout the game's development that I came up with a cool feature but had to shoot down my own idea because I realized that it wasn't compatible with the rest of the game. You've never heard about any of those rejected features because I didn't make videos about them. But in this case, I made the mistake of spontaneously making a video about an idea before giving it proper scrutiny. Thank you for providing your feedback on the combat system that I proposed. I'm grateful that Yandere Simulator has a fan base that understands what type of feature would detract from a game's quality. That makes me feel like I'm developing a game for people who genuinely appreciate good game design. People who will appreciate all of the thought that I've been putting into the game. The beat-em-up combat system that I proposed is the first time that I've spontaneously made a video about an idea without thinking critically about the ramifications of that idea. I'm sorry. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen again. I hope I haven't disappointed you too much. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator.